Off-Grid Tiny House. Want to talk about the economy here. Is this shit hit the fan? Are we talking? Are you guys been paying attention close to the economy, the stock market, or have you been just watching American Idol and texting on your phone? Let's get into it. If anybody's been watching the price of gold the last month, that's red flags all over the place, guys. When the stock market and the price of gold get shaky like they have been, then you know something's up. Canary in the coal mine type of thing. The price of gold has steadily increased from 1,300 something whatever dollars an ounce to over 1,500 now and rising. Gerald Celente, one of the guys I follow, he's saying to everybody he knows, get prepared, get your stuff now, get your stuff yesterday, get your stuff 2 weeks ago, because something major is going to happen. Now here, me being here in Canada, I've noticed quite a bit of stuff. Our economy is on fire right now. But there's issues. There is a lack of housing across the board in Canada. Why? Because our government is flooding the country with welfare head packies that go instantly on welfare that I have to pay for. I don't know these people. They don't deserve it in my mind. That may sound cruel, but all that's coming out of my paycheck, guys. And I'm barely holding on as is. So, beyond that, they're making a demand for housing to spur the economy here. But what that has done has made rental prices for anybody renting skyrocket. It made housing prices skyrocket. It made getting a mortgage impossible for anyone coming up trying to get a house or whatever. Does this sound familiar, guys? I sounded off about this a while ago in a couple of my other videos. Remember 2008, the big crash, when housing was going out? Everybody was buying houses that couldn't afford them. And well, right now we're in the kind of a similar situation. And the other thing I got to mention, this is huge, and the government kind of mentioned it a little bit, but they're kind of covering it up too. Money launderers in Canada and probably elsewhere to launder their money are buying houses, aka property, and paying in cash, laundered money, to launder their money and whatever human trafficking, drug trade, whatever the hell illegally they're getting their money. They're laundering their money not only through casinos but buying property, guys. So what they're doing is, these organized crime situations going on, they are basically starving the market of legitimate purchases. These people are buying property to launder their money to flip the house, to get, to launder their money, of course, right? To get like what we'd say clean money, right? And it's a bunch of things at once, and it's crazy. Now, the economy in that regard is, well, what's going on? What can I do to prepare? What do my investments look like? In my eyes, guys, an investment is something you can use, not something sitting in the bank. I've also talked about this if another big economic collapse happens, the banks will confiscate your money here in Canada. I made a video a long time ago. You can go look it up in my prepping playlist. That I basically just play the entire document as I'm talking, and they will close accounts and confiscate the majority of your money, and you will not be refunded in any way, shape, or form. Now, what do you think will happen if that happens to you, your neighbors, your block, your city? Most people are going to go bonkers, right? Yeah. Most people won't have any money to afford anything because everybody's paying plastic and whatever. So it's literally recipe for disaster, guys. I don't know about you, but I've been telling you guys to start prepping for a long time. Water filters, many of them, many as you can get. Berkey filters, Sawyer, mini Sawyer. Water's important. A place to live, like a tiny house, something you can move that's mobile, something you can live in that has heating and cooling without the grid. Because if the economy collapses, who knows if there's going to be electricity, guys? And if there is, how are you going to pay for it? If your bank account's been seized, right? So, the economy is something to definitely keep track of. I want to hear about what you guys are doing to prepare about this. What are you doing, are you watching the stock market? Are you even paying attention? Or are you just doing your normal preps and you're like, oh yeah, I got stuff already, I'm good to go. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell, hit all the notifications for me, make sure you don't miss anything. And hey, if you're generous, become a Patreon member. It only costs $1 a month. You get credited in all my future videos. You get all my videos ad-free on Patreon. You get them early before everybody else, and you're helping support me and my channel. So, thanks a lot, guys. I want to hear from you on the possible shit-hit-the-fan economic collapse.